Good morning, happy Tuesday, everyone. Okay, so I'm just gonna get into it right now. My low is there was something I really wanted to do this afternoon, and technically I might be able to do it still, but it's gonna be longer before I am able to do so. Because quite literally last minute, I have an appointment that I had no idea was going on. Nothing. And what's worse, it's the kind of appointment that really I have no business even going to, but whatever. I mean, yeah, theoretically I could simply not go, but knowing my luck, someone's going to find out that I didn't go, so. Basically, I was going to go see Moana 2 today. And come hell or high water, I am going to do it. But I just wanted to see an earlier showing. And sadly, I may not be able to do that. Which very much bothers me. Because I've been looking forward to Moana 2 for months, actually. Like, almost since it was first announced. So, if I appear to be a little bit tense, you know why. Oh, trust me, this is not the most angry I've ever been prior to or being on camera. That video is for something much different. And hopefully it's a video I never have to do. Yeah, that happened. My high is, even though she told me about this appointment, it was still nice to see my mom last night, because remember, she had been gone in Colorado the entire weekend. I hadn't seen her in, last night was the first time I had seen her in a few days, and it was nice. Being with my mom and my dad last night, that was nice. Got to watch the football game for a little bit, saw a little bit of the boys. And my act of kindness was emptying their dishwasher, as well as helping my dad turn on the lights for his house. Oh yeah, he already has his Christmas lights up. I mean, I should consider getting ready to decorate soon. I mean, listen, if you see my videos, I literally have only one Christmas decoration. 2 if you include accessories. So, actually, I just realized. Because I do live vlogs on Saturday night, and they quite literally end after midnight on Sunday, so the entering the new week. I'm quite literally going to be decorating for Christmas, doing it live. Actually, that gives you a really good idea. I'll be able to implement it a little bit later. So, good morning, happy Tuesday, and let's take a look at who won the game last night. Okay, let's see. First, let me get my notes out real fast. NFL picks. Now, I had the Chargers winning last night. At the moment, I saw the game the Chargers were winning. So, okay. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The Ravens. Alright. So, looks like I got that game wrong. So, now that makes this week. I can bring the camera over. Makes it 8-5. And so now, I can put that down real fast. 57 plus 5 is 62. 109 plus 8 equals 117. I am now 117 and 62 throughout the year. Okay, so as long as my computer's out, actually let me gotta make sure I have file save as. That's just what you do. I can't believe the Chargers lost. I really thought the Chargers were gonna win last night. Okay, so okay, as long as I'm up here, we have a new Hot Ones guest. Actually, that reminds me. Not only do we have a new Hot Ones guest this week, we had one yesterday. You know what? Right, we did. Because it's always so impromptu whenever Hot Ones has another episode, like out of the blue. But this was a very special case. It was a reunion episode. And not just any reunion, but a reunion with T-Pain for a record 3 times being on Hot Ones. Record for him. I mean, Seth Rogen's been on 3 times to my knowledge. But, or at least twice. But I think T-Pain might have the record for being on 3 times. And it was great. I mean, it's T-Pain. I mean, T-Pain, if I can get personal, was actually the inspiration to embrace my rather. I mean, as you guys know, I did choir in school, and I was a tenor, but I never. How do I put this? I always felt ashamed of my voice, partly because people were making fun of for how high it was, and also, among other things that I'll get to in December, T-Pain was the first artist to inspire me to embrace that. Like, embrace how good of a singing voice that I do have. Yeah, it's funny. I was the best singer in high school before I graduated. And that was before I learned who T-Pain was. So you can only imagine how much better I'd be then, huh? But anyway, it was great. It's T-Pain. He talked about what he learned he talked about learning, because obviously every so often you'll hear an artist sing another artist's work. Usually it's out of respect, of course. But when T-Pain was learning how to do that, in one case with War Pigs by Ozzy Osbourne, there's like all about range and how other artists work. And also, if aliens were to come to Earth, he'd be singing WAP by, I believe it's Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, which, I know what WAP means. I don't want to say what it is on camera, even though, technically, what WAP means I can say on camera, but I don't think I need to. Talked about the highs and lows of owning a drift car, and how, like, there's a whole lot of fear and doubt, but it's really awesome when it's successful. The most profound revelation he learned as a songwriter is, like, had he knew then what he knows now, he'd be able to bring a lot more listeners in. Like, oh, I could have done that years ago, and, like, things would be so much different. So that's actually why T-Pain really is such a great artist in terms of his music. And, well, actually, that's what separates any good artist from a great artist, is you're constantly learning, you're evolving. You're like, oh, if I had done this, if I had done A, I would have gotten B, and that would have led to C. Or if I had done D, but not do E, I could probably get to F. Like, stuff like that. So, that's really cool. He talked about how country music is slowly being crossing over into rap, and how much of his style actually came from country, and now he's glad that, you know, it's more accepted. Because, listen, not to get racial or anything, but country music is usually sung by people who look most like me. Whereas now, at least as of late, it's becoming more and more accepted for people who look like T-Pain to sing country music. Listen, I'm all for listening to great music, no matter who it's sung by. You know, personally, I like the idea. I mean, T-Pain even said himself, country music's slowly been being integrated into the scope of rap in general and vice versa. So, the more it crosses over, I think the better it's going to get. But that's just my eye test, or my ear test, I should say. He talked about how Black with Wukong is a masterpiece video game, and how incredibly hard it is when you can't put it down. He talked about engaging with haters online and how really people just want to talk. I mean, don't get me wrong, I just want to talk too, but there's a much better way to go about being a hater. Jeepers. He talked about how his chain piece, how basically, because T-Pain used to wear a chain, and it was like $400,000 or something like that, and everybody was saying it was a bad purchase, so he thought it was a bad purchase, but now it's in the National History Museum, along with Nicki Minaj's pendant and Slick Rick's crown. So, the lesson is, feel free and take that financial risk. Who knows? Maybe it may wind up in a museum. He talks about how clothing should come in half sizes, like large, large and a half, extra large and a half, or medium, medium and a half. He thinks small should come in the quarters. That's funny. He talked about the differences between a club song, a car song, and a radio song, which I thought was probably the most interesting question of the day, because a club song is something you don't have to pay much attention to. It just invigorates you. You can enjoy while you're drunk. You know, you don't really need to think about the lyrics. It's not meant to be engaging. It's meant to have a good time. Which, it's in the club. You better have. If you're not having a good time in the club, you're not doing life right. Talked about how a car song should hype you up and tense you, but doors tense you a bit, and the doors are rattling. Like the doors rattle, you should grip the wheel. Like, minimal lyrics, if any. A radio song, that's like just be chill. Like you should be listening to the radio in your backyard, uninterrupted, just vibes, you know? Just relax. Relax and enjoy the ride. It's pretty much the opposite of a car song. And then finally, he had to give advice to future Hot Ones guests. Because, I mean, again, T-Pain has been a Hot Ones 3 times. So, naturally, you probably have some advice. So, don't go in with any ego. Leave it all at the door. No matter how much you think you like hot stuff, you really don't. Because nothing can ever prepare you for taking on the Hot Ones gauntlet. And finally, do not wipe your eyes. Literally his word. So, yeah, man, it's T-Pain. Oh, T-Pain is awesome. You know, again, I mentioned earlier how he inspired me to embrace my natural sounding voice and inspired me how to, you know, utilize it properly when I sing. I mean, there's a whole lot of reasons why I don't really sing, and a lot of it's because I may not appear as such, but I get stage fright so easily. Like, I genuinely believe I'm going to mess up. I'm surprised all these years I've ever performed on stage or singing in front of a crowd, I've never gotten anything wrong. Never. It was crazy. So, yeah. that was a good episode. Now let's get into who this week's Hot Ones guest is. Sorry, I was blanking on what I was trying to do next. I'm sorry. Okay, I should save one more time. Okay. Now, who's the Hot Ones guest for this week? Oh, shoot. Hold on. Am I really gonna... Okay. I thought I didn't save something else. Okay, so... I believe the 41st Hot One... I think it's the 41st Hot Ones guest this in 2024. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. So this would be the 41st First of East Islands guest. And, you know, I'm trying to think of who it might be. And I think I know. Because with Moana 2 coming out this week, a lot of the big names of that movie, Louis Carvalho, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, they're obviously, making press for it. But there's one actor who I think might be it. And I think it's going to be Alan Tudyk. If you don't know who Alan Tudyk is, he was Steve the Pirate in Dodgeball, if any of you guys saw that movie. But lately, he's been Disney's go-to for voice acting. He was the King in Wreck-It Ralph, the Duke of Weselton in Frozen, Duke Weaselton in Zootopia. He did several voices on Starburst: The Forces of Evil. Like, Alan Tudyk lately has been the guy. Much like Jim Cummings was the guy, or Keith David was the guy. You know what? I think it's me, Alan Tudyk. Let's see. Come on. Oh. No, it's not Alan Tudyk. It is Demi Moore. I know who Demi Moore is. I've heard of the name Demi Moore, but I have no idea who she is. Hold on. Okay. Actress, numerous accolades, nomination for Primetime Emmy and three Golden Globe Awards. Okay. Okay. So... Okay. So, Demi Moore. Awesome. Okay. Seriously, don't get me wrong, Demi Moore is awesome. But you do know Moana 2 is coming out this week, right? This could have been the perfect opportunity for everybody to see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson take on the Hot Ones gauntlet. Or Louis Carvalho, another Disney princess. Along with the likes of Kristen Bell. And to my knowledge, she's the only Disney princess to have taken on the Hot Ones gauntlet. or again, Alan Tudyk. But, listen, I trust and respect the good folks behind First Week Fees, so whatever they say goes. I hope you like this video, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very humble in this video for you guys watching the show for today. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk, channels are here to lend. Always your back. Take care and make good choices. Oh, in case I didn't say, happy Tuesday, 607 all day, baby.